everyone, I'm Emma and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we've got something a little bit different going on today. This is going to be a special bonus video as a thank you to one of our community members, Jazz. Now if you've been in the streams and stuff, you're going to know who Jazz is already, but Jazz has been given the role of Most Valuable Villager, which, if you're in the Discord, you'll know about this. It's linked in the description, by the way. But if not, it's just a little something to recognise a member each month of our community, and as a thank you, they get to suggest to me a stream or video that I can do as a little bonus extra bit of content. Now over Christmas, Jazz actually gifted us the Stardew Valley Cookbook from my Throne wishlist, and we're going to be making one of the recipes in here. Now I did originally pick the miner's treat, but the reason I didn't end up going for it is because we need a whole bunch of food colouring and I don't really bake that often, so I'd literally just use them once and then they'd probably expire, and I'm really not about that kind of waste, so instead we are going to be doing the iconic mango sticky rice. I know this recipe isn't necessarily unique to Stardew, but the flavours look really up my alley, and I feel like with the Lunar New Year having just passed, it kind of fits in with the theme a little. So I'm going to have my book just kind of placed over here. And the first step of the recipe is to soak the rice in a cup of water. It's in a tiny bit more than a cup of water, but that's because there was actually a tiny bit more than a cup of rice and I didn't want to waste the rice. So here is our rice. I then need to add another half cup more of water plus half a can of the coconut milk. Okay, so when I did the food shop, the coconut milk was out of stock, so I ended up getting creamed coconut instead, which you can dilute into actual coconut milk as well. So how much is in this? There's 200 grams in this, and half of one of these would make the equivalent of 1 can of coconut milk when mixed with water. That blank look on my face just there was the fact that I just turned the kettle on, but both of the plugs that I usually use for the kettle are occupied by the camera and the light. Huh. Before I pour the boiling water in, I'm just trying to break up this massive chunk a little bit because I feel like it's gonna not dissolve very well in one big block. Now obviously I could be doing this on the chopping board, but that would get little coconutty crumbs everywhere, and I'm really trying to avoid that. I think doing it this way will make it so much easier to dissolve. So, oh, it said 400 ml of boiling water and I just realised I haven't got any measurements. That's fine, we will eyeball it. We'll just do it a bit at a time and kind of see how we go. Although it does say to add another half a cup of water. We'll start with that. Now would this be one of my videos if there wasn't some sort of disaster? I think we're nice and dissolved now. It's definitely looking more like coconut milk and not just like blocks in water. So now I'm going to be adding a good portion of this to my rice, and then we'll just give that a stir through. I also need to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of the brown sugar. Now I'm being lazy because I don't want to dirty another spoon. That's probably about right. And then our salt, which if you don't know, salt goes really well with coconut. I meant to boil it partially covered, but I don't have a lid. Listen, it says to part cover, and I think that's part covered. When in doubt, tin foil. I did cover it over a little more just because I don't want all the water to escape, but I just have to bring this to a boil now and then reduce the heat. I have no idea if enough time's passed, but I've come in here and taken off the lid to see that most of the water has actually been absorbed, and the thing is adding the sugar into the water might have actually made it burn. Now I don't know what to do because when it comes to cooking sticky rice you're not actually meant to stir it, but I feel like I need to see what's going on in the bottom. But then at the same time, do I leave all the burny stuff on the bottom and then just salvage what's on the top? What I've done is I've taken a tiny bit of the rice off the top, and let's just see if it's actually cooked or anything. I think we might be good. I It says what's next is to cover it completely and just leave it for 5 to 10 minutes, so that's what I'm going to do. I can't make the sauce yet because I need the saucepan. We only have one saucepan. Once the 5 to 10 minutes has passed, I'll transfer the rice into another bowl. Then we can see what the damage is to the pan, because I might have to wash it up before I do this sauce. But in the meantime, we could probably cut the mangoes. Now, I did buy 2 mangoes, but I think we're just going to start with a 1 and see how we go. Now, this does say I can just cube it, but I'm going to try something a little bit more fancy. Now, I've just moved everything up so you can actually see the chopping board. So I need to peel it first. I'm not the most confident when it comes to these kinds of things, when it comes to using knives, but I'll do my best. I'm usually not the kind to peel a mango. What I usually do instead is cut either side of the seed in the middle and then score and scoop out the flesh. But for what we're doing here, we need to peel it. I mean, technically we don't need to do this for the recipe, I'm just being extra. If I can't do the minus tree, I want to add a bit of flesh somehow, so this is my way of doing that. So I've got like roughly half the mango peeled. I'm going to leave the other half for now. And I'm just trying to cut as close to the seed as possible. We will use the rest of the mango. And if I just end up having to eat it myself, I cannot be mad about that. There's little bits of like seed fibre here, so I kind of want to get rid of those. It's a texture thing. Most people wouldn't be bothered with this, but for me, it's a texture thing. And now I need to slice it really thinly. So I think we're going to do it like from here. Love to know your guesses of what you think I'm doing before I actually get to it. And I'm gonna be honest, I looked at the instructions like once on how to do this and then now I'm just winging it. Right, the end bit went a bit funny, so I'm just gonna... Oh my god, so good. And then what I need to do is like spread it? Wait, let me start from... Oh no, because if I twist it, I'm gonna ruin it. I need to essentially spread the mango out, and I don't know if I've done it thin enough for this to work. Oh no, what am I doing? I need more length. Any guesses yet of what I'm going for? So now, which side should be the middle? This one, I guess. I think I haven't done it quite thin enough, but I'm still gonna try my best. Oh, it's so slippery. It is nowhere near thin enough. I mean, it's not terrible. I feel like I can make little adjustments to this. And then here's a little slightly better close-up shot of it. You know what? I'm not mad at how it turned out. It could definitely be better, but it's the first time I've ever done anything like this. I've got this cute little bowl here that I'm going to be putting some of the rice in. And as expected, some of it has kind of burnt on the bottom, so I'm just going to do my best to avoid that stuff as much as I can. Alright, so I have here my little bowl of rice. I managed to save as much of the not burnt stuff as possible. I'm still going to eat the burnt stuff. I don't mind burnt things. Is that weird? That's weird, isn't it? I need to carefully get this onto there. Should I use something else? Let's try with this. Oh no, this isn't going well. And just to clarify, I think it goes without saying, I did wash my hands before I did this. Oh no. I mean, it was a good idea, okay? Okay, so what do we do for the sauce? We need the rest of the coconut milk and some of the brown sugar. And then we basically just need to dissolve the sugar into the coconut milk, really. Pouring some of this in here. We basically just want some. It says like 3 or so tablespoons of brown sugar. It's probably about 2. It's quite spread out. That'll probably do it. And then we just want very low heat for this. I know this isn't the correct utensil, but I'm using it anyway. I'm trying to keep stirring it so I don't let it boil. There are some bubbles forming, but I'm not panicking really. I think it's dissolved, but I feel like it could do with another like minute or so just to make sure that it thickens a tiny bit because it's very, very runny. So now all that's left to do really is to drizzle on some of our sauce and give it a try. Trying my best not to get it absolutely everywhere. I also don't really know how much you're supposed to put on. I feel like there's a lot in the pan, and the rest of it is going to be for another less aesthetic looking bowl. Maybe I should at least cover the mango, right? I mean, I say aesthetic as if this actually looks any good. I mean, it's better than me not having tried to make it look good at all, right? So here's a close-up of our final product, and I think the only thing left to do now is to give it a try. Get a bit of rice, bit of mango. Cheers! Oh my god, it's amazing. That is so good. I'm gonna go give the nice looking bowl to Michael, and then I am gonna go enjoy a less pretty looking bowl myself and cut myself the rest of this mango. I got so excited about the food that I forgot to record an outro. If you've tried mango sticky rice before, let me know in the comments what you thought of it. And if you haven't, let me know if you're going to be trying it. I had a lot of fun with this one, but if you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much to my channel members, and thank you again to Jazz, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!